Hey everybody, today we're doing something different. Instead of a video game or an anime, why not both? Kirby turns 25 this year, and I wanted to do something for Kirby. So anyways, welcome to Kirby Right Back At Ya. Kirby Right Back At Ya is one of those video games that were adapted into a TV show. There was the Legend of Zelda one, infamous for
Well, excuse me, princess.
5 Sonic shows. 5? 2 I would actually really like to watch, and would actually watch on my own free will. The Mario Bros. Super Show, and the Mega Man Show. There are a lot of them, actually. It wasn't too long in 2001 when they released the Kirby Show, with half CGI and half 2D animation. Let's check it out. Here we are in Cappy Town. The singular bird is sleeping, and so are the sheep. But then, suddenly a big octopus comes down and devours said sheep, leaving their bones to rot. This is Kirby, right? The theme song is pretty catchy, making sure you stay tuned to the TV so Kirby can come right back at you. Alright, I'm gonna go now. I know where the exit in my own house is. You then see Kirby drifting through space, sound asleep. Then Kirby goes really fast and ends up in like a different galaxy or something. We are then introduced to Escargoon and King DDD. Okay, his model isn't bad per se, but DDD really doesn't fit in with the rest of the show. I mean, his lips aren't even synced half of the time.
And the only thing he likes to eat is sardines. Little fella wouldn't hurt a fly unless it was on the end of a fish hook.
We are then introduced to a rock named Kabu, a character who will show up later in the series. He tells them that a person named Kirby would help them against the monster that was attacking their village. And look who happens to crash land. Kirby is chased by DDD and is interrupted by 2 important kids in the series, Tiff and Tuff. Speaking of, these kids have really good aim and strength to throw watermelons far enough to hit exactly the heads of 2 people in a moving car. And then we're introduced to Meta Knight. We're introduced to this guy. He is the customer service of Nightmare Enterprises, a company that sends DDD as monsters. Turns out that the monster can become really big and can hypnotize people. Meta Knight's crew tries to stop the monster, but it doesn't work. The big monster then creates little monsters, then start to beat up Kirby. When all hope seems lost, Kirby's star thing starts glowing. That is where all his power comes from, apparently. Trapped by the mini monsters and big monster, that Tiff shows up with the star. And when Kirby sees it, he sucks up all the mini monsters and then absorbs some fire, I guess, and he becomes Infernic pretty much. Then Tiff throws Kirby's star, which then transforms into a star he can ride, the Warp Star, and burns the monster into space. Kirby's ship is repaired and Kirby's about to leave the town, but then is shut down and stays in Cappy Town. Now, I think it's okay to tackle another episode, Kirby Right Back At Ya, a blockbuster battle. DDD wants to get rid of Kirby, so he decides to buy a monster. Somewhere else, kids are playing jump rope, insulting King DDD while doing so. They see a dark cloud in the distance, and it starts to rain. The group of kids try to get the shelter and also find a place for Kirby to stay, but no one will let him except for the chef. King DDD comes to eat some food, and wow, he is really insensitive. I know that shouldn't be a surprise, but I mean, he literally orders snails in front of Escargoon. DDD and Escargoon trying to ruin Kirby's job, and well, they succeed. Kirby then goes screwing up all of his jobs until no one will let him live in their house. A group of kids start building Kirby a treehouse because he needs a place to live. To get rid of Kirby, DDD decides to get a rock monster. Kirby's house is finished and everything seems to be going well. until DDD arrives and destroys the house.
What you say? That you only meant well, 'cause you did. What you say?
Kirby fights the rock monster and tries to suck it up, but fails. And Meta Knight is also here. So Meta Knight tells the kids that the monster is just too heavy for Kirby to suck up. So they decide to pull the rock monster off a mountain. The monster breaks into 4 parts, with Kirby swallowing one of them. Kirby becomes Rock Kirby, and then Kirby uses his rock powers to become bigger than one of the rock monsters and smashes all 3 of them. The rock monster then forms back to normal again and follows Kirby off the edge of a cliff into the water. Kirby goes back to his original state and floats back up. The kids build Kirby an actual house, but the bird he steals it. And Kirby sleeps in a tree now. Pretty much. Those were the first 2 episodes of Kirby Right Back at Ya. I'm going to be covering the 3rd one now. Tiff and Tuff are looking for Kirby when suddenly they're interrupted by a Cappy. The Delivery Cappy. Kirby is woken up and learns that Meta Knight has to fight him because Kirby's a Star Warrior, something like that. And Kirby is just thrilled. The bird dude then goes to go tell the other Cappies about what's going on. Then Tiff tells Kirby that the reason why he's going to fight Meta Knight is because DDD asked him to fight Kirby and that he must fight or else it would be treason to refuse DDD's orders. Tiff and Tuff give him the right amount of confidence by telling him,
"There's no way you can beat Meta Knight. The best thing to do now is to run and hide someplace."
But Meta Knight is already here and is ready to fight. After getting a beating, Kirby tries to suck up Meta Knight but fails, since Meta Knight's armor is really heavy. And Kirby is handed a sword and tries to use it, but he fails at that too. Meta Knight starts throwing some energy things at Kirby, and then you know what Kirby does next to counter this situation? He falls asleep. He just falls asleep. Good job, Kirby. You did good. You did good, kid. And then a boulder comes down, which happens to give Tiff and Tuff some time to escape with Kirby. DDD summons a monster with a sword to defeat Kirby. Turns out that Meta Knight talked to Kaboo about a threat to the planet. There is an evil empire ruled by Enemy or Nightmare. They control the entire universe and deliver monsters to people like DDD. Nightmare made a creature that his brain might be able to beat him, and that creature is Kirby. Tiff and Tuff try to get Kirby home, but are interrupted by DDD, so they start running.
Go, 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 go. Gotta go fast. Gotta go fast. Gotta go fast, too fast, too fast, too fast, too fast, too.
In the end, Tiff and Tuff screw everything up and drop Kirby, leaving him to fight the bug sword thing. Kirby ends up sucking up the sword and turns into Sword Kirby and beats the bad guy using the sword beams. And those are the first 3 episodes of Kirby Right Back at Ya. The only place I could find the episodes are on YouTube. If you enjoyed this video and you want more anime/gaming TV shows on here, just say so. Bye.